Black parents with teenage children, please listen up. I have a message just for you. More than 2 million African Americans voted for Trump. And that's a major reason why we're in the mess we're in today under this white supremacist agenda. Many of those votes came from young black men ages 18 to 27. And if you're like me, you're asking, why would they vote for Trump despite his racism? And here's the answer. Because of disinformation, which are lies designed to mislead our community, especially our youth. And much of it is coming from Trump, MAGA, and what I call pro-black imposters on social media. These pro-black imposters pretend to have our best interests at heart, but they're really working against us. That's why every parent of black teenagers has a moral obligation to teach their teenage children 5 lessons. First, teach them that every founder of this nation was a white supremacist who believed God cursed us and created us inferior. Second, then teach your children, your teenagers especially, that those white supremacists wrote the Constitution itself with white supremacy laws to keep white supremacists in power and black people oppressed and powerless. Third, white supremacists and their pro-black imposter allies prey on ignorance. They target low information voters. Fourth, the best defense against this is critical thinking. And that requires education, strong reading skills, and a deep understanding of the black struggle for equality from Africa to America. Fifth, tell your children, and you keep in mind, don't rely on the school system alone. Teach your children to be ferocious readers, to study experts and scholars, not social media influences with no real expertise and scholarship in the black struggle. And most importantly, tell them to study the Bible, because it shows how another marginalized group, the Jews, overcame slavery and centuries of violence, hatred, and bigotry. And remember what Frederick Douglass said, you cannot enslave an educated person. So parents, teach your children these truths, because our freedom and that of our children depend on it. And remember, stay woke.
Channel, it's a baby girl, baby precious. Today we need to talk about something very serious, the story of the black man who voted for Donald Trump. Now, let's be real. For generations, black people in America have fought against systems that try to silence us, cheering us, and deals with rights. Donald Trump has built politics on fears, hate, and individual. He attacked immigrants, disrespects women, and even told the white supremacists to stand by. So, when a black man clicks his vote for Trump, we have to ask, why stand with someone who stand against your own community? This is about one man. Choose it about how politicians like Donald Trump's use lies, false premise on faulty works to attack people into believing him for the people. When in the truth, his recording show the opposite. Voting for Donald Trump as a black man does not just hurt you, it hugs your neighborhood, your brothers, sisters, and future generations. The system is already stuck against us, and Trump's politics only made that war higher. So this is a question. Do you want to move forward building justice and equality, or did we keep falling for leaders who use our pain for their own power? And don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my video, because conversation like this matters. I will keep you guys updated.
Breaking news. A report shows federal workers who voted for Donald Trump are furious, hot, mad, and pissed off on his assault on the government and their jobs. Really? You didn't think this was going to happen? He told you he wanted to get rid of federal government and lower people working in the federal government. He did exactly what he said he was going to do, and you voted for him. Now you're mad that your job's in jeopardy. You're mad because of the shutdown and you ain't going to get paid right now. You're mad at yourselves, to be honest with you. Now, I only report the news, but this isn't a surprise to anybody. Of course you're mad, federal workers. You thought Trump was going to do the right thing for America and you. No, he did it for rich people. He did it for the wealthy people. He didn't do it for you, so you can be mad, woo, 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 boo, 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 all you want. A lot of you going to lose your jobs or get furloughed or not get no money. This is the way it is. All I can tell you is follow your boy for more. I keep updates on why these federal workers mad. You voted for Donald Trump. You get exactly what you want. Now you're mad because it's hurting your pockets and you ain't getting paid. Follow your boy. Let's go.
So I'm scrolling and I see a lot of black women making videos talking down to black men who voted for Trump. And I just have to say, if you voted for Trump and you're a black man, thank you. And I thank you because I know exactly why you voted for Trump. You voted for secure borders so that us women and children can be safe. You voted for a strong economy so that us women and children can be provided for. You voted for our children to not be indoctrinated in this failed public school system. You voted for my right to not have to use the bathroom with a biological man. You also voted for our children not to be drafted into another endless, senseless war that only benefits the military-industrial complex. And also, you voted for the protection of our freedom of speech. The same freedom of speech that these evil, nasty, disgusting women are using to wish death upon you. So as a black woman, I just want to say thank you for voting for Trump. I truly appreciate you, and I'm going to speak life into you. I pray that God continues to protect you and guide you. I pray that he gives you the success that you deserve. I pray that he gives you the strength to lead your family and your communities. And for anyone who wants to say in the comments that I'm a pick-me, baby, I'm already chosen. So what about you? It's Trump 2024. You already know. Thank you.
I'm seeing some misplaced anger from some Latino people coming out saying, oh, black people, you need to be out there with us, front line, standing with us in solidarity. We did. We stood with y'all in their voting booth. Black people voted in solidarity against that man. I'm not saying this is not our fight. What I am saying, we stood up for y'all when y'all didn't stand up for yourselves. Matter of fact, let me show you something right quick. This is from American Society, Council of Americas, who got their data from the Associated Press, as you can see right here. 42% Latino voters cast a ballot for Donald Trump. Y'all are house divided. Now, to compare, 81% of black folks voted for Kamala Harris. Actively voted against this, what's happening right now. So I'm not saying don't be upset, but maybe direct it towards your own kinfolk, your own skinfolk first. Because we stood with y'all in that booth.
All the black people voted for Trump have one major thing in common. No education. No higher education whatsoever. Not completed. And, education ain't everything, but it's a lot. Ask a black man why he's voting for Trump, and he gonna say something dumb like, he's helping the economy, but when you ask him to expand, that's the end of it. He's helping the economy. How? And they can't say nothing else. He just pulling. Ask one. Ask a local black man in your hometown why he's voting for Trump, and watch the bullshit that come out his mouth. What did 50 Cent say to Floyd Mayweather? Ask a black Trump supporter to read a page from a Harry Potter book. I dare you. And then come back to this post and tell me what the response is. Because they all have that one thing in common. I swear.
I want to send a quick message out there to the black folks who voted for Kamala Harris. First of all, you had every right in the world to vote for exactly who you wanted to vote for. Because fortunately, you live in a country like the United States where you have that right. You have the liberty to vote for the candidate that you so choose. However, I am no longer going to hold my tongue when it comes to how y'all have been dragging us through the mud based upon our own vote. You have been calling us coons, sellouts. You've been wishing death on folks. You've been saying some of the most heinous, out-of-pocket things that I've heard in my entire life based upon who we voted for. And yet, y'all are the very ones who are continuing to perpetuate the status quo. You are the follower. The 92% of black women, the 80% of black men who continue to vote for the very same slave master that y'all purport that we are trying to get the approval of. Did you forget that your massa was the Democrat? Did you forget that your massa was Kamala's camp? Now, y'all vote off of identity politics. Y'all been tricked into this belief that because they're skin folk, they are kinfolk, that they're your family. But yet you got people who look just like you, who have backstabbed you over and over again, who look just like you, probably even share your own bloodline. And yet you will continue to enable that behavior. I'm done with being quiet, y'all. I'm done. The slander, the disrespect has gotten out of pocket, and somebody needs to say something. Y'all are the followers. Y'all are the ones who are perpetuating the very same dysfunction that you claim to want out of your own neighborhoods. You continue to vote for it time and time again. And so when you get the very same results within your cities, the so-called chocolate cities, when you continue to try to get these Democrats back into office and you see the very same outcomes, you have one person to blame, and that's the person in the mirror. And the next time you see, you better thank a union member. The next time you see a black person who voted for Trump, you better thank a Trump voter. Because they're looking for change. They did their own research. Y'all have slandered them. They have had to face the ridicule, the criticism, the hatred from y'all, and they still went out of their way to make a decision that's going to better your ungrateful ass as well as everybody else. You're welcome.
You a black person that voted for Donald Trump. You in that 8%. I just want to salute you. Because I did too.
Said I've never seen so many black men worry about illegal immigration and abortion until they had to justify supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Never. And I've been in politics since I've been a teenager and couldn't even vote. And I've never seen so many black men, oh, you know, these are legals. Oh, abortion. When I'm like, bro, you got like 3 baby mamas and your ass on the corner selling. Yeah. So it's like, tell me the reason. I respect you more if you say, hey, I don't want a brown woman in that chair. It was misogynistic. Got it. I didn't have a problem voting for the black dude. But you had a straight problem voting for a brown woman. And I don't claim she black or Indian because that's her thing. I'm like, for a brown woman who literally would have not, people like, oh, both sides of the coin. No, one is going to slit your throat. The other one might stab you. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the one that's going to stab me. I got a better chance of surviving.
She had a plan for black
men.
She had a
whole
plan.
Plan. But it didn't matter because that ego, the same thing with Trump, though. That's why I told people I don't dislike Trump because Trump told you exactly who he was.
You got to respect that.
I said, but the same thing. Trump tapped into the base nature, especially in 2020, of what white men were feeling because real talk, white women did this whole pushing of toxic masculinity. And we was like, every man ain't toxic. What are y'all talking about?
Yes, this race will be far too close. Because unfortunately, we do have a fascist groundswell in parts of this country, mainly among white men, let's be clear, but in small pockets among black and brown men, too. This happens to be a global phenomenon as women become more economically independent and seek positions of power.
Do these people listen to themselves? I mean, honestly, when you're, sucking up whatever carbon monoxide is going around in the offices of MSNBC, do these people actually listen to themselves? This is basically Joy Reid saying that if you're a black man or a Latino man that's thinking for themselves and deciding to vote Trump for whatever reason you're deciding to vote Trump for, then you're just, one of those evil fascists that's being manipulated by white men. And what you're really afraid of is the economic independence of women. Maybe, I don't know, like in some alternate universe in which we all lived in an MSNBC studio, that argument would hold weight, but it just shows how out of touch she really is. Poor Joy.
So here, the thing is, Trump has a long record of disrespecting black communities for pushing racism corporate structures, to ignoring politics violence, to be making politics that hurt working class family, yet some black voters still choose him. Why? So where food by his big talks, job, money, success. Other feats fed out how the Democratic parties and thought Donald Trump would bring change. But here is the truth. His promises were empties. His time in office did not lift up black communities. It made them worse. The wave tax breaks to the riches, ignoring recurrent justice and divided the country. So let's be clear. Black Americans have fought so hard for freedom, justice, and equality. To throw support behind a man who openly worked against those goals. Voting for Donald Trump is not independent think. It is falling into a trap. Desire to use our voice against our own future. So when you see those videos of black folks searching for Trump, we have to call it out. This is not strength. This is not progress. This is a mistake. We must stay unite, start mad, and keep pushing for leaders who actually respect and fight for us. Keep injustice